second down. Here's Barkley again. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
General, it's fast. I said it, let's go. Jackrabbit.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Gano's kick is good.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the...
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get up.
Taking it right down Broadway. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Giants.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking out some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the red zone now, Prescott tosses the out route here to Gallup. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the Giants' 12-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
To throw is Wilson.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback.
He's got a man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Wilson's throw complete here to Waller.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And they will remain well behind. So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Dancing to his left. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Barkley.
And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. Well, this defense has got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Here's Wilson to throw. Touchdown! Darius Slayton. His 1st touchdown of the new season.
And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 61 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
42. Giants 16.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Ferguson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Giants 16.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
He's going to try and go deep again. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Giants.
Darius Slayton.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Giants get a bit closer.
Gano the extra point, and that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one. on the final act of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 29 yards. And the Cowboys are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, a quick throw, but incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. He's been terrific so far. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continue.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
A 51-yard gain. 1st down, Cowboys.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting there.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Cowboys are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. The ball comes out.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
Loaded. Recon, 132 fight. Box drop.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he is going to have the Giants' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
He sets to fire deep. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Marr now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Cowboys 70, Giants 30.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Here's Wilson. That's caught by Waller out left side.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Throwing again on second down. Wilson, and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
It's now third down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down.
Set, ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. And my goodness, CD, I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
Oh, good move.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Throwing here, Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd and goal, Prescott. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25.
Ready, ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visited and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Cowboys, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season.
And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington.
Meanwhile, for the